I just read something, saw something on LinkedIn that I didn't like, that flustered me. A post that in my humble opinion perpetuates and is keeping alive an institutional practice that is unsustainable. This idea that staff need to suck it up, to practice emotional suppression as a way to navigate their day-to-day. And that's not okay. Greetings, my fearless frontliners, my fellow guardians of the galleries. I'm William Young, correctional officer turned correctional apologist, and this is my channel. A popular leadership training company, a group that many look to for direction, created a post that says, recognize that emotions lead to bad decisions and bad behavior. You must detach from your emotions. OMG! Why are we still doing this? Let me slow down. Let's break this down. Maybe this tweet was taken out of context. Except there's no context, so I'll just roll with what's there. Emotions lead to bad decisions. Okay, we preach something like that in corrections. We tell our peeps to develop thick skin, to not take things personally, to not let our emotions dictate our behavior. That makes sense, right? You don't want an officer getting mad, getting so worked up that they flip out. Act out! Use unnecessary force. So maybe there's some value in the first part of that post. Maybe. I feel like if you're searching for direction and you read this quote, this post, you may get the wrong idea. Recognize that emotions lead to bad decisions and bad behavior. You must detach from your emotions. I don't like it. It seems like they're advocating for us, for the people who are reading this post, to suppress their emotions, to stuff down our reactions to things that happen to us and around us. Here's my problem. Here's what needs to change. Telling people to detach, to separate, to ignore your emotions can be dangerous. Is it necessary at times to temporarily control yourself to complete the mission? Yes, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that without context, without a warning, this advice that is meant to be helpful can be hurtful. By telling somebody to suppress their emotions in response to an uncomfortable position, we may be intentionally creating a monster that we'll have to kill later. See, emotional suppression can be a good short-term coping mechanism, a way to handle your business, complete the objective, get through whatever it is y'all are trying to get through. But after it's over, after the cuffs are off and the doors are locked and the reports are written, you have to start unpacking, talking, processing our feelings about whatever it is we just went through. You see that? So in corrections, for us, there are moments when we just have to push through. We have to do what we gotta do. We have to detach to do the job. The job meaning the job, but the job meaning the task at hand. We need to provide some context. Disclaimer. A warning to those that are listening to us, that are trusting us to help them push through. So here's my warning, and do with it what you will. If you continually detach, suppress, ignore your emotions, your feelings, they'll eventually catch up with you. Overwhelm you. We can't wait to deal with our trauma or our feelings until they become problematic. Instead of saying recognize emotions lead to bad decisions, we should say recognize and acknowledge your emotions. Learn to deal with them in a healthy way, because if we don't, if we stuff them down, if we act in opposition to how we feel for a long period of time, those emotions will lead to bad decisions and bad behavior such as drinking, infidelity, being overly aggressive, self-isolation, suicidal ideation, and stuff. And instead of detaching, instead of separating ourselves from our emotions, we can say that was messed up, that affected me. Can instead we say that there was a process to working through your trauma, your feelings and your emotions. We have a process for everything else. Why should this be any different? I understand that there are times that you can't just sit with your feelings. That was probably the intent behind this post. I wanted to make sure that you know that it's okay to feel. It's okay to not be okay with something. And as soon as you're able to, when the code clears, when the shift is over, whenever, start working through what happened. Reach out to peer support or a therapist or your pastor or your neighbor or someone. Don't just swallow it. Keep it stuffed down forever, because that doesn't work. Trust me, it doesn't work. So if you're looking for someone to talk to, or you're dealing with a situation where you need a little assistance with, reach out. The resources are there. People are there. So let's be mindful of what we say and who we say it to, and then let's start calling things what they are. If you like this video, if you found value in this video, straight punch that little like icon. And check out my book, The Nothing That Never Happened, available on Amazon. And if you're craving more premium correctional content, check out this video right here. This video right here. All right, guys, that's all I got. Until next time, be smart, stay safe, stay sane, and we'll talk soon.